This one's right. I can say that much.
Guys, every time we do this, I find a new thing that I didn't change. Anyway, welcome to TTRPG News for this week, the last week of the year of 2021. The next time we do this will be 2022, which will be pretty exciting. The big thing that was announced this week. Big
This is
thing.
like big.
Huge. That was announced this week that has kind of taken the TTRPG world by storm is that Steam Forge is creating a fully licensed Dark Souls TTRPG. Weston, tell the beautiful people what Dark Souls is.
I'm sorry, if you don't know what Dark Souls is, you've been living under a rock.
These are TTRPGers. They may not know Dark Souls.
Come on.
Be nice.
So, Dark Souls is a video game series. There's Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 that takes place in a very horror-esque world. Mm-hmm. And you die a lot. Mm-hmm. So, it involves, it's combat focused with really scary, disgusting, weird creatures that will kill you very quickly. This is a meat grinder game, and just expect to die. I mean, the definitive version of Dark Souls 1 was called Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition.
Yep. So the big question everybody has on their lips on this one is how in the world are they going to adapt that type of game style to TTRPGs where you create a character and the idea is you keep them for a while?
Yeah, because in this case, you'd have to find the bonfires like usual and then you respawn. Like there's an auto resurrection thing. I mean, the one that
would actually be fairly easy to create mechanic-wise in the game, but it just seems it's very counter to what most TTRPGs are.
Well, most TTRPGs, like, you don't want your person to die.
No.
Like, that you avoid that. You're trying to avoid death. Whereas in this one, it's like...
As a DM, a TPK is like a really good thing.
Yeah, in this one, it's like TPK. And the whole purpose would be, in my mind, to... try and figure out how you as a party can beat this thing. Mm-hmm. But I guess we'll get into that a little bit more in our adaptation talk a little later.
That is true. But as of right now, Steamforge has not released a even estimated time or release date for this game. They've just said coming soon. So if you're interested in kind of checking that out, you can go check out their Twitter, which is at Steamforge, or you can go to their website, which is steamforge.com, and kind of just follow them and their stuff. There's going to be a lot of news about it. So if you're on TTRPG Twitter, you'll hear about it a lot. Yep. A lot. There was a lot of information for me to slog through to see if there was a release date. Anyway, Weston, next.
Our next piece, along with Wizards of the Coast removing lots of things that they found to be problematic in their monster manuals, we have a change happening with Paizo and with Pathfinder. The Pathfinder has had the world of Golarion, which has been their one campaign setting for pretty much the whole game. But they are, after an open letter was posted from a freelancer, which pretty much all their writers are freelance writers. They don't really keep any on-staff writers. Mm-hmm. And so this letter went out saying that they have a slavery problem and that slavery needs to stop being used in their game. Well, they responded and said, okay. So they are going to be removing slavery as an aspect of all future adventure paths. At the moment, it does not seem like they're going to try and remove it from any content that exists online. It is not going to disappear from the settings. Mm-hmm. Like, it still exists, and it's in all your campaign setting stuff. It's big in our campaign, but it's not going to be the focal point or even really brought up in any future adventure paths. The big aspect was the complaint that it is used as a trope and a way to push a story far too often. Mm-hmm.
And it shouldn't be used really at all. That's the argument, is that it should not be used at all in any type of storyline.
Yeah.
To move the plot forward in any way. So.
Which they would have a problem with our show.
Yeah,
Our
we
campaign.
kind of.
My character's an ex-slave,
Yeah.
Bellflower Network member. So
Yeah.
it features heavily in our story, but each table their own. Although I know one of the big complaints was that in a previous setting book, there was a rule that was put forth on how much it costs to buy a slave and all stuff. And that book that has that information is approved for Pathfinder Society organized play, which that is your setup to where if you're going to go out and just play with a bunch of people at an event, that's Pathfinder Society. So having that be part of the organized play, I do think is... You're going to have lots of different people there with lots of different triggers, warnings, like that. That's probably not a good one to be part of organized play.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good idea to not have it as a part of that, but...
So that's you can find information about that on the Paizo community blog. Directly from the top there that it will not be part of the adventure paths or story plots moving forward.
Nope, it won't. It's gonna be, yep.
And our last piece of TTRPG news, it's kind of a news light week. But
it is. It's the last week of the year.
If you're looking for some free content for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, well, guess what? D&D is actually, at the moment, allowing for a free download of Icespire Peak. It is a preview. It's the first part of the adventure used in the beginner's box. What's it called? It's called the
Starter Set?
Essentials. The Essentials
kit.
Kit.
Essentials Kit.
It is the adventure that's in the Essentials Kit. The first part of that is now free for download. You can just actually go to the official Dungeons & Dragons website and download it from there. It is a free gift for the holiday season and D20 Day.
Yep, it's going to be great.
So go download it. You can find some more stuff, something to throw into your campaign, or run a quick little one-shot.
It's, going to be great. Sorry, I'm trying to get some notes out to some people on Discord right now. That is all for our news. So now we have our fairly short indie roundup.
Indie roundup.
All right, so for this week, our indie roundup, our last indie roundup of the year 2021, is featuring somebody that I connected with a little while ago on TTRPG Twitter, and I absolutely adore him. He has been a great friend and somebody that I can kind of rely on to hang out with me on Twitter. But his name is Julian Loomis. He's a self-proclaimed nerdy podcaster and coach. Julian has an awesome twist to the TTRPG game, marrying our love for TTRPGs and exercise. Now, I know that sounds a little bit weird, but he actually has created a really cool system where instead of rolling dice, you actually replace it with exercise and body weight. So you're doing a story and you're making choices like you would on a normal tabletop game, but you're doing it through exercise. So the mission...
So if I want to hit the monster, do I have to do 10 burpees or something like that?
Kind of, yeah. Your mission is to save pop culture nostalgia from the evil supervillains who are systematically going world by world and realm by realm, destroying all of the nostalgic things. Like I said, your tools are your body weight and your home exercise. And he does a Zoom workout once a month to help you out on that mission so that you can actually work out with him. Health and exercise is something that really matters to him and is really important. So he kind of figured out a way to marry the two of those things together. So what a better way than to start your New Year's health goals than to go do it via TTRPG game.
That is awesome. So the bad guy in this is cancel culture? Because it's going through and destroying all of your...
Julian, he said it, I didn't. But you can find all of the links to his podcast and all of his cool things on the chat, which we are dropping right now. Hopefully it is dropping right now. There we go. But yeah, so he's got a really cool podcast that's also a YouTube show and this really awesome TTRPG/exercise married combo.
I think it's great. Exciting. Every one of us has New Year's resolutions. You know, exercise is one of yours.
Yeah.
So for this new year, go there and you can marry your love of TTRPG with the exercises you know we need to be doing.
Yep. And that is it for our very last TTRPG news for the year 2021.